All right. Today I want to talk to you about groceries because I've come to find out that a lot of my clients, one of the biggest areas where they go over budget is in their groceries. Either it's going out to eat or it's just groceries in general. And a lot of the reason for that is like, well, what's going on? Why are we overspending in this area? Especially if we're planning a certain amount and every month we seem to be going over. So I wanted to share with you one tip on saving money on your groceries. So we're going to do one tip today, and that tip is going to be meal planning. Plan your meals. And this does not mean meal prepping where you have to meal prep and build every meal for the entire week. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about planning out your meals. That means maybe if you go grocery shopping, for us, we shop on Sundays. That's our grocery day. We go to church, we go to the grocery store, we come home, put groceries away, and we're good for the week. So either Saturday or Sunday morning before church, what I do is I sit down and I say, okay, what is this week going to look like for us for meals? What are we having for breakfast? What's for lunch? What's for dinner? Are there any special things going on where maybe we won't be home for that meal? I lay it all out and say, what's happening this week? And what I like to do personally is make enough food where it gets us through a couple nights. So do leftovers. I don't like to have to cook every single night. It's just too much when everything else going on, being mom, wife, and running a business. So I try to plan it out where I make one meal and it gets us through 2 or 3 days. Then I make another meal and it gets us through the rest of the week. So usually 2 or 3 meals a week for dinner. Lunch is usually easier. But what I do is I plan it all out because here's what that does. When I know exactly what I'm going to eat for that whole week and what we're going to do, I can easily make a grocery list that I can stick to. I can say, okay, I'm not going to go to the grocery store and be like, ooh, that looks good. Or I think I need this. Or, oh, I don't know for all that, but I'm going to grab this right now, right? Instead of all of a sudden my cart being filled with all these things that I may not actually need, I'm only putting in it what's going to get me through that very next week. So what this has done is significantly reduce my grocery budget because I only am buying exactly what I need. I'm not buying over, I'm not buying bulk, I'm not doing any of those things. I'm saying, what do I need for just this week? And I only buy those things. So think about with your family, if you plan out your meals, okay, what are we going to have for dinner on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, depending on when you go to the store. I recommend doing the weekend and then planning for that week. It makes it a lot easier for you. And plan it out. Say, what are we going to have for breakfast? What are we going to have for lunch? What are we going to have for dinner? And then make a list. If we're going to have hamburgers and hot dogs one night, cool. Is it going to be just that night? Or are we going to feed for a couple nights? So we need to do X amount. And then you write out your list either on a piece of paper. For me personally, I use an app on my phone. So I have an app on my phone that is a to-do list or a checklist or whatever. And so I just type in like, what do I need this week? And I type in all my different grocery items. And then as I go through the grocery store purchasing those, I just click the little checkbox like, hey, that one's done. And it eventually goes away. And my list shrinks and shrinks and shrinks until it gets smaller. And I'll put that I'll give that to you guys as an option if you want for the app. But that helps me stay on track. So that means I'm not going to the grocery store without a plan. I have a plan. I know exactly what I'm there to get. And I don't buy anything that's not on my list. The only exception to that is if you actually are like, oh crap, we do need more toilet paper. I just forgot to put it on the list. Let me just grab a package. But I'm not buying things I don't need. I'm only buying what I want. So you plan out your meals. You say, what are all the ingredients I need for those meals? Do I have any of those ingredients? And if I do, we don't need to buy them. If I don't, then that's what I need to get at the grocery store. So grocery tip for this week, start planning out your meals for the week because it is so much simpler and makes your grocery shopping trip a breeze. I'm in and out in 30 minutes, very quick, very fast trip. And I have everything I need and I don't overspend for it.